Fasting, at its core, embodies a profound journey into inner silence. This sacred stillness becomes a canvas upon which the voice of God resonates, cutting through the cacophony of our daily lives. Have you ever wondered what changes when we silence our surroundings? In a world that often prioritizes material desires, fasting emerges as a robust spiritual weapon. It compels us to confront our inner chaos and fortifies our connection with the divine. But how often do we pause to examine the turmoil that lurks within? Amidst a barrage of distractions, fasting starkly reminds us of the true fulfillment that comes from God alone. It dares us to challenge the comfort and excess that society celebrates.
Are we ready to embrace the discomfort for the sake of the meeting deeper?
Grasping fasting as a path to silence opens the door to hearing God's whispers amid life's noise. This journey transcends mere rituals, facilitating a profound connection that resonates in the depths of our being.
Wat erweits us wen wie quiet our minds entlisten?
The line between a diet and true dedication is razor-thin yet critical. While diets obsess over our physical form, fasting nurtures our spiritual essence. Can we shift our focus from the exterior to cultivate what truly matters within? Biblical fasting invites us to embrace humility and authenticity rather than showy displays of piety. It challenges us to delve deep into our motivations and reveal our spiritual hunger. Are we ready to confront our true intentions before God? The heart of fasting is not about public accolades. Rather, it's about nurturing a sincere bond with God. The contrasting attitudes of the Pharisee and the tax collector serve as a poignant reminder that sincerity outweighs performance. How genuine are our spiritual practices? The secret of hidden fasting leads to transformation often unnoticed by others, but deeply cherished by God. It is in this sacred silence that real growth and healing unfold. What kind of metamorphosis could occur if we allowed ourselves to be vulnerable in solitude? Jesus urges us to recognize that true fasting arises from a deep longing for His presence, a yearning that surpasses mere physical cravings. This deep desire nurtures a profound spiritual relationship. Are we prepared to nurture that longing? Fasting should ignite a desire for authentic encounters, rather than become a mere checklist of personal goals. Through this practice, we transform our cries into a unified call for divine intervention. How powerful is our collective yearning for God? Scriptural examples depict fasting as a communal act that invokes divine mercy and guidance. Narratives like those of Esther and Nineveh showcase the immense strength found in united fasting. What can we accomplish when our hearts join together for a greater purpose? Fasting graciously opens our hearts to divine whispers, creating space for God's guidance in our lives. It becomes clear that true strength often thrives in moments filled with silence and prayer. Are we listening closely enough? Through fasting, our souls undergo a cleansing process, as distractions and pride are burned away. This purifying fire cultivates a fertile ground for spiritual growth and a deeper connection with God.
Wat emerges wen wie strip awese layers of our ego?
To dive deep into spiritual practices requires weight, something to anchor us beneath the surface distractions. This depth allows us to genuinely hear God's voice, leading to enlightening discoveries. Are we courageous enough to explore these depths? Fasting transforms into a powerful spiritual weapon, breaking down strongholds that prayer alone might not reach. It aligns our heart and spirit, fostering a true dependency on God's authority. What strongholds might we seek to dismantle through this sacred practice? The essence of fasting lies in its ability to clarify our minds and spirits, focusing us on what truly matters. It carves out a sanctuary for spiritual growth and enlightenment. Can we find clarity when we momentarily surrender our distractions? Modern fasting challenges us to disconnect from digital distractions, fostering a vital inner silence. This rebellion against the constant stimuli of today's world is crucial for spiritual survival. How will we respond to this pressing call for solitude? True fasting demands not just physical discipline but a steadfast mental and spiritual commitment. It entails rejecting superficial desires to cultivate a genuine connection with God. Are we equipped to let go of what hinders our spiritual journey? The sacred silence of fasting begets clarity, unveiling what must be released. It offers a space for the Spirit to guide our thoughts and actions. Are we ready to embrace the revelations that emerge from such stillness? Digital fasting poses challenges akin to abstaining from food, confronting our compulsions towards social media and comparison. It invites us to refocus on our inner spiritual journeys. What insights might we gain when we turn off the noise around us? Fasting within a community magnifies the experience, uniting hearts for a shared purpose. Biblical narratives illustrate that collective fasting can uplift and lighten our burdens. How can our joined effort strengthen our faith and resolve? The parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector starkly illustrates that true humility leads to justification before God, and not through self-righteous shows. The tax collector's heartful cry for mercy echoes deeply. How do we measure our humility in God's sight? Fasting embodies a personal commitment that avoids seeking the approval of others. It centers on sincerity and inner transformation, rather than awards or recognition. Are our intentions genuinely rooted in the pursuit of truth?
Genuine fasting orchestrates aha-transformation, fostering a deeper intimacy with God that transcends the act of mere physical abstention.
It constructs a sanctuary for spiritual growth and authentic relationship. What might flourish in the space we create for God? Written commitments mirror seeds, often hidden at first, yet destined to break through and flourish into something mighty. This metaphor illustrates the vital importance of nurturing our deepest intentions. What seeds are we planting in our spiritual journeys? Fasting transcends individual discipline. It unfolds as a communal experience that forges strong connections among believers.
This collective journée fans the flames of fight, binding us together.
How might we strengthen these bonds as we embark on this spiritual quest? The act of fasting is metaphorically positioned as a bridge to Christ, where surrendering pride and acknowledging our needs can lead to profound spiritual fulfillment. This sacred relationship transforms our sacrifices into living offerings. What offerings are we prepared to present on this bridge of faith?